Hello students, today we will discuss some more numericals of current electricity. So you can see here, wait. Here numeric question number 3. The cross-sectional area of a wire is this. Cross-sectional area is given here. This is question number 3 of your latest book. Cross-sectional area is given 1 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter square. And the density of the free electrons, which is represented by small n, in 2 into 10 to the power 28 per meter cube. This is the free electron density. What will be the drift velocity? Means Vd you have to determine. Drift velocity of the free electrons for a current in the wire I equals to 3.2 ampere. So in some of the question I will give the hint for you. It's clear. Here you have to find the drift velocity. What is the formula of I in terms of the drift velocity? So I equals to NEAVD. Now if you see here, what is the known value of E? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So now everything is given. I is given to you, N is given, no, N is given, E is given, A is given. You have to find Vt so that you can do. It's clear. So in some questions I will give the hint one. Then you can see the question number 13. I am told that if the length of the wire is increased n times by stretching, what will happen to its resistance? That will increase n square times. And if the length of if the wire is folded n times on itself, if wire is folded on itself n times, what will happen to the resistance? That will decrease n square times. So you can see here question number 11. It is on the same thing. Question number 11 is a thick wire of 10 ohm resistance is drawn into a thin wire so that the length becomes thrice. It is thick wire of 10 ohm resistance. It is stretched so that its length becomes 3 times. Means what will be the n here? Here n will be equal to 3. Length increases 3 times. So what will be new resistance? New resistance will be equals to, R dash equals to n square into R. So what is n square? 3 square into R is 10. That is equals to 90 ohm. This is 90 ohm. Then question number 14. Question number 14 is also on the same type. A wire of resistance 32 ohm. It is of 32 ohm. It is melted and recasted. It is melted and redrawn into a wire of half its original length. Means now length becomes to half of original length. So what will happen to the area of cross section? That you know, area of cross section will become 2A because the volume will remain same in both the cases. Volume remains same. It's clear. Volume is length into area of cross section. So length into area of cross section here L into A. Here length into area of cross section this into this, so L into A. So it will remain same. So and R is given. In this case, what is the resistance? Resistance in this case R is given. You have to find R dash. Means the resistance when the length is L by 2 and area of cross section 2A. You will mention that how the area of cross section will become 2A. So you have to find the resistance of the new wire. So as you know that the resistivity will remain same because on melting there will be no change in the resistivity. Resistivity depends upon the material and material is same here. So in the first case, what is the formula of resistance in terms of length and area of cross section? Rho into L upon A, which is given 32 ohm. In second case you can see that is R dash equals to rho. What is the length? Length is now L by 2. What is the area of cross section? 2A. When it will be simplified, rho into L, 2 into 2A. that is equals to 1 upon 4 into rho into L upon A. What is rho into L upon A? That already you have found. It is 32. So 32 upon 4, that is equals to 8 ohm. It will be equal to 8 ohm. It's clear. Now you see the next question. So next question, what is the next question here? You see question number 31. It's clear. Question number 31. You can see here. Now all of you keep on doing all these chapters. It's clear, because council had made it very clear that no part of the syllabus of 2021, that is 2021, will be reduced. It will remain as it is, because the council had told all the schools have started the online classes. Therefore, now there is no question of reducing the syllabus. So you don't think, and these chapters are very important for your further competitive exams also. These are the basis of the physics. So all of you keep on doing the theory as well as numericals, because whenever the lockdown will be lifted and school will reopen, these chapters will not be certainly taught. It's clear that I want to clear it. These chapters will not be taught. You have to only confusion, some doubt classes will be taken. Otherwise, chapters will not be taught. So you keep on doing. Still, I have this opinion that some of the students are not doing. They are not taking it seriously. So if you keep on doing, otherwise you will be at loss. Now question number 31. Find the resistance of 240 volt 200 watt electric bulb. 240 volt. This is V is equal to 40 volt and power is 200 watt. You have to find the resistance. It's clear. So it is very simple. How will you find the resistance? Resistance equals to V square upon P. V square is 240 into 240 and upon P, that is 200. So this will be cancelled. So 24 square, it is 576 upon 2. When you will simplify, it will come out 288 ohm. Which means, then if the resistance is 10 times the resistance at 0 degree Celsius, if this resistance RT is 10 times of resistance at 0 degree Celsius, that is 10 into R naught, and the filament is glowing, and the temperature of the glowing filament is 2000 degrees Celsius, means T is given 2000 degrees Celsius. Okay. So you have to determine the temperature coefficient of resistance, that is alpha. Alpha you have to determine. So what will be alpha? It will be RT minus R naught divided by R naught into P. When you will simplify, so RT, that is 10 into R naught minus R naught divided by R naught into T is how much? 2000. So in numerator it will be 9 R naught upon R naught into 2000. So this and this will be cancelled. So it is 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. This per degree Celsius. This is the unit of temperature coefficient of resistance, that is alpha. Now you can see here next question, question number 32. A lamp is marked 15 volt and 20 watt. Here what is the marked voltage? V equals to 15 volt and power is given 32 watt. Is connected to a DC source of 25 volt. It is connected, supply voltage is this. This is the supply voltage. It is connected across this voltage. It is meant for 15 volt but connected across 25 volt. It is meant for 15 volt, made for 15 volt. It's clear? But now it is connected across the 25 volt and the resistance R in series for full illumination. Resistance R in series means it is connected in this way. This is the bulb about which we are talking, this bulb, and then some resistance R, and across this 25 volt DC source. Now see here in the question it is given that it is working with full illumination. It is working with full illumination. What does it mean? Working with full illumination means the available voltage across this is 15 volt. Therefore, it is working with 32 watt power. It will work with full illumination when the power consumed here is 32 watt. And when the power consumed is 32 watt, then the voltage across this will be equal to 15 volt. So total drop of potential is 25 volts. So what will happen to the remaining volt? Remaining volt are 15 volt drops here. Remaining volts will be 25 minus 15, that is 10 volt. 10 volt will drop across the R. So this thing we will mention. What will you mention? Since the bulb is working with the full illumination, means the consumed power across the bulb will be 32 watt and the voltage across the bulb will be 15 volt. It's clear? Therefore, potential drop across R, that thing you will write. It's clear? Potential drop across R, this will be equals to 25 minus 15, that is equals to 10 volt. Now see here, when the available voltage is 32 watt and voltage available power is 32 watt, available power is 32 watt and the voltage across it is 15 volt, then what will be the current? Current through bulb. What is the current through bulb? So I equals to P upon V. So P upon V, P is given 32 upon 50 ampere. This I am not simplifying, that you will see afterwards. Now the same current will flow through R because both are connected in series. Therefore, same current passes through R. Therefore, potential difference across R. Therefore, resistance of R. What will be the resistance of R? V upon I. V already you have found, it is 10. I is 32 upon 50. You simplify this. So this will be equals to 150 upon 32. So if you calculate here, it will be equal to 150 divided by 32. It is equal to 4.6875. That is here. It is 4 point that you can see here. Here perhaps something is wrong. It is 15 volt and 20 watt. This is not 32 watt. It is actually 20 watt. It is 20 watt. You can see here. It is 15 volt and 20 watt. Means at the full illumination it will consume 20 watt power and the voltage will be 15 volt. It's clear? So what will be the remaining voltage? Remaining volt will be 25 minus 15, 10 volt. That will be the potential drop across R. So what is the current through bulb? Current through bulb will be equal to 20 upon P upon V. So it is 4 upon 3 ampere. It's clear? Now same current will pass through this. So it will be equal to how much? 4 upon 3. 4 upon 3. So it is 30 upon 4. So 7.5 ohm. This will be R. Then you have to find the resistance also, that we have done. It's clear. Then one more thing, resistance of the lamp. Resistance of the lamp means its resistance. So what is the resistance of lamp? Resistance of lamp, it will be equal to V square upon P. What is V square? 15 into 15, and V is how much? 20. So 5 3 ja, 5 4 ja, that is 45 upon 4 ohm. 45 upon 4 ohm. Now after this, question number 38. We'll do question number 38. Now if you have any confusion, then you can mention in the comment box. It's clear? And any numerical, if you are not getting, you mention in the comment box. It's clear? So question number 38. Calculate the number of electrons drifting per second through the filament of a 100 watt to 120 volt. 100 watt to 20 volt bulb. E is given 1.6 into 10 की power minus 19 coulomb. You have to find number of electrons drifting per second when for this bulb, whose power is 100 watt and working at 220 volt. So see here, first you find out the current. What is the current? I equals to P upon V. What is P here? P is 100 watt. What is V here? V equals to 220 volt. So it will be 100 upon 220. That is equals to 5 upon 11 ampere. Therefore, charge flowing through filament in 1 second. How much charge will flow through the filament in 1 second? Q equals to I into T. I is given how much? 5 upon 11. Time is 1. That is 5 upon 11 coulomb. This much charge will flow. Now you have to find the number of electrons. In 1 second, this much charge will flow. So how many electrons will carry this much charge? So Q equals to N into E. So what is N? Q upon E. Q is here 5 upon 11 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. This much electrons. So 10 to the power minus 19 you take in the numerator. When you will take in the numerator, it is 50 upon 11 into 60. You remove decimal and increase 1 zero into 10 to the power 90. So here we can simplify. You can see here 50 divided by 11 divided by 60. So it is 0.284 into 10 to the power 19, or we can write 2.84 into 10 to the power 18 electrons will drift, because this much charge is flowing in 1 second. So how many electrons will flow? So that you can find this way. It's clear? Now after this we will do the question number here. You can see in this side question number 45. It's clear? In the part 1 also I have done 10 questions. In this part also about 10 or 11 questions I will do. And total questions are here 58. It's clear? So question number 45. And numericals you must do so that your concept becomes clear. 3 resistors 2, 4 and 5 ohm are joined in parallel and connected to a battery of 20 volt. Means how will you connect them? This is 2 ohm, this is 5 ohm and this is 2 ohm, this is 4 ohm and this is 5. Connected in parallel to a battery of 20 volt. Battery is providing DC, that's why I made this 20 volt. Means what will be the potential difference across R each? It will be 20 volt. Its internal resistance is negligible. Which means the potential difference across each resistor, potential difference across each resistor, it will be equal to 20 ohm. Which means you have to find the equivalent resistance, current drawn and current through each resistor. So very simple it is. Equivalent resistance you can find very simply. 1 upon Rp equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, 1 upon R3, when you will substitute 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 5, that I will not simplify further. Here Rp will be how much? If you see here, it is Rp is coming 20 upon 19 ohm. 20 upon 19 ohm. Calculation I am not doing. What is the current drawn? So current drawn equals to, it is equals to potential difference upon total resistance. What is the potential difference? 20 volt. This is, so it is equals to 20 upon 19, means 20 into 19 upon 20, that is 19 ampere. Then you have to find the current through each of the resistor. So current through 2. So you can see here what will be the current, what is potential difference? 20, which means, and resistance is 2 ohm. So I equals to V upon R. V is what? 20 upon 2, that is equals to 10 ampere. In the same way, what will be current here? 20 upon 4, so it will be 5 ampere. You can find it will become 5 ampere. Here it was 10 ampere. What will be here? Potential difference is 20 volts, so 20 upon 5, that is 4 ampere. So this way you can determine the current. These questions are very simple. Now you can see question number 46. Now see here. Question number 46. 150 ohm electric heater, that it means heater is of 150 ohm. Electric heater take a maximum current of, means the maximum current which can flow through this is 1.1 ampere. This case, what minimum resistance should be joined in series so that it can be operated at 220 volt. Which case, you can see here. Here this is the heater is of 150 ohm and the maximum current which can flow through it 1.1 ampere. Means if the current exceeds more than current becomes more than 1.1 ampere, what will happen? This its filament will damage. So what is the maximum voltage? Maximum voltage which heater can maximum voltage at which heater can work. At which heater can work. So this is equals to I into R. Here we will take the maximum current, that is equals to 1.1 into 150. So it will be equals to 11 into 15. 15 1 ja, 15 1, that is 165. Means if you apply the voltage more than this, it will not work. That's why some resistor has been connected across this. Means this is the heater. Some resistor has been connected. This is the heater, and some resistor has been connected across this, so that it allows only 165 volt drop here, which allows only 165 volt drop here. Remaining drop will be across what? Across R. It's clear? So here we will write, let the resistor connected in its series is capital R. Therefore, potential drop across capital R, it will be equals to 220 minus 165. So it will be equals to 55 volt. It's clear? This is the potential drop. What is the current? Here current is the same current which is flowing through heater will pass through R. Current through R. Through R equals to 1.1 ampere. Therefore, R equals to V upon I. So that is 55 upon 1.1, 550 upon 11. 11 5 cha 50 ohm. Is clear? So this is the answer. Now you can see the next question. We can see the next question here. What is the next question? Question number 46. An arc lamp operated at 80 volt. When arc lamp is operated at 80 volt, it is operated at 80 volt. Takes 10 ampere current. Okay. How much resistance should be connected in series with the lamp to use it at 240 volt? Same question, similar question. It is meant for 80 volt, means work only at 80 volt. When you will apply this, what will happen? It will not work. It will fuse. It will damage. It's clear? So, in order to keep on working, we will connect some resistance across this. Means this is the lamp. Okay. Some resistance will be connected across this. What will happen on connecting to this resistance? It will restrict the potential drop across arc lamp to 80 volt. It will restrict only this volt across this. So it means the remaining volt will drop across R. Okay? So you will write this. If it will be connected directly to the 240 volt arc lamp, filament will damage. Therefore, in order to work it safely, a resistor which connected across this in series, let it is of value R. Now this resistor will restrict the potential drop across lamp to that 80 volt. Therefore, potential difference across R. What is the total potential difference? 240 volt. 80 volt drops here, so remaining will drop here. 240 minus 80, that is equals to 160 volt. Okay. Now you find out the current. Current is given here. Current through R will be same as through the lamp, so it will be equals to 10 ampere. So what will be R? It is equals to V upon I. V is given 160 upon I is given 10, that is equals to 16 ohm. It's clear? So this is the question number 47. Then question number 48. Question number 48. A filament lamp of 200 ohm resistance is used at 150 volt supply. How much resistance? That you can do. Similar question. It is clear. Now you see the question number 57. It is clear. Question number 57. The resistance of a carbon filament at 0 degree Celsius is 104. There is a carbon filament at 0 degree Celsius. R naught is given 104 ohm. What should be the resistance of iron filament? There is another iron filament. What should be its resistance at 0 degree Celsius? What should be the resistance of an iron filament which should be connected in series with the carbon filament, so that the resistance of combined filament does not change with the temperature? The alpha for iron is given 0.0052 per degree Celsius, and for carbon is given minus 0.0003 per degree Celsius. It's clear? Now see here, it is like this. You can see here, 1 inch carbon filament, this is the carbon filament, and this is the iron filament. Both are connected together. It's clear? This is iron. In the question it is said that on passing the current, there is no change in the resistance. So what will be the value of R naught? What will be the value of R naught, so that on passing the current there is no change in the resistance? There is no change in the resistance. So see here you can see that the value of alpha for carbon is negative, therefore on increasing the temperature its resistance will decrease, while its resistance will increase because here there is plus sign. So here what should be? Here change in resistance of carbon filament should be equal to the change in resistance of iron filament. Is clear? We will write that the resistance will not change only when change in resistance of carbon filament is equal to the change in resistance of iron filament. Is clear? So you will write resistance of combination will not change when change in resistance, that is RT minus R for carbon is equal to RT minus R naught for iron. Now as we know that what is RT minus R naught, it is equal to R naught into alpha into T. So what is for this carbon? R naught is 104. Alpha is given, we will take only the value, plus minus which not required. T, this. Here what is R naught? R naught for iron you have to determine, into 0.0052 into change in temperature is T. So T will be cancelled out in both the sides. In both the sides T will cancel out, means this will cancel with this. So R naught equals to 104 into 3 upon 52, that is equals to 6 ohm. Calculations you can do. So now many questions I have done. In the description box I will mention some questions. There is no need to solve. It's clear. But in here, in the multiple choice questions which are given at the end of the chapter for different competitive examinations, in that I will mark some questions. Those questions you will do. It's clear. So thank you.